Good morning. I'd like to go over the May 2017 wedding campaign Google Ads project. Starting in the top left, you'll see that we spent $358.72 on the keywords. 87 people typed in one of those keywords and clicked, which took them to the landing page. From the landing page, 6 people called, 17 people filled out the form. The form gets sent to Trish via email for her to follow up. The 6 people that called, Trish would have talked to them, given them a quote, or booked the job, or decided that it was not a fit. Moving to the down, if we follow this funnel, that information, these 23 leads, should have got entered into Podio, which I cannot find where they were entered into Podio. Therefore, if we follow that up to the right, I am not able to tell you out of those 23 how many were booked, quoted, or not denoted at all. From the tcshuttles.com website, we have a form, request a quote. 5 people filled that out. That form is integrated into Podio. So all 5 of those were entered into Podio by the end user once they click on submit from the web page. If we follow that arrow to the right, I can tell you we booked one of them for $313. We quoted 2 of them, but we did not denote how much that those potential jobs were. And then there were 2 potential reservations that it appears that were not followed up. Nobody called on them. Nobody clicked anything in Podio to indicate that they booked or quoted. They're just kind of sitting there. Let's go take a look at Podio and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I am in Podio under the Transaction Corporate Shuttle workspace. I will click on the charter reservation. And you'll see here we have 1,182 reservations entered into the system. I'm only showing 5 right now. I can click Show All. And here are all of them. So what I'm going to do is I've already created some filters. To access those filters, I'll click on the Report button. And you'll see that last month, so we're in June now, so this will automatically update and show us last month's May's data. We put 147 reservations inside of Podio, and this is the breakdown of the different types. To the right, we can see that out of the 147 by status, 1 we had a contract, 3 quoted, 139 booked, which tells me that there's 143. So 4 of them were not added into the system, or I'm sorry, 4 of them we did not select whether a quote booked or contract given. And I'll show you how to look at those 4 in just a second. Last month, total invoice booked. This is for weddings, which is the $313 one. How did they hear about us? Here's the breakdown. One thing we probably want to look at closely is 70 of them out of the 147, so about half, we did not denote how they heard about us. And 3 of them were other. We should probably try to find out what or how they heard about us so that we can add that to the filter. You'll see on the total invoice, if you look at each reservation, there's a field that says total invoice that we put in the number for that trip, $260,671. And then I have this filter for the wedding. because that's the ad campaign we're running. So what you want to do is simply click on the last month wedding's title. It takes you back into the charter reservation app and applies the filter of last calendar month type wedding. So here are those 5 that I referred to in the diagram. And if I click status, 2 of them do not have a status. And when I click on that first one, you'll see under the activity, charter reservation. That means that it came from our website, not the landing page that Terry or Michelle are working on, but from the tcshuttles.com website. You'll see if we look through this information, this is what the customer filled out. Obviously, they wouldn't have a total invoice because they didn't know. But more specifically, there's no other activity, meaning Trish or Cheryl or Lisa, nobody came in and clicked anything in this record. Because if I simply come down here and let's say I make the phone call to them and I add in a total, 565. You'll see on the right, it logs that I made that total. So no one from our organization did anything to this record. Now, if I hit the right arrow key on my keyboard, it takes me to the next record in line. And you'll see that, again, charter reservation, which means it came from our tcshuttles.com website 9 days ago, May 31st at 7:28 p.m. I was playing around with this record. Again, nobody from the TC Shuttles team has been in here I don't know if we contacted this person or have done anything. I'll click the arrow to the right, go to the next record, and you'll see that another one came in from the website a month ago, and Trish came in and gave them a quote. She went in and selected quote given. Now let's scroll down, but what we don't have is how much was the quote. So again, if there's no number in here, it will not add, and we cannot look at how effective this campaign is. I'll click my right arrow again. Another one came in from the website. Trish came in and gave him a quote. Let's scroll down. See some notes in here, but I don't see how much. Move to the next record. This one was booked. And you'll see that Trish added this 16 days ago at 7:27 a.m. So I don't know if this came in from a email lead from Michelle's Google ad campaign. Let's go take a look. How did you hear about us? Friends and family. So this may have come in from something Cheryl and Dennis are doing. But you'll see that she did a great job filling this one out. She's got the driver gratuity, the total invoice. So this is the only record or reservation of the ones that were marked wedding that was completely filled out. So because we don't have the data on these, it's throwing our numbers off again. Let me know what questions you have. I think it's worth a phone call where we can get back on the phone and try to tighten this up. Thank you.